a minute. So we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So when I say this game has a pseudo time limit, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. This PC port is not good. This game loves to crash. As a matter of fact, it loves to crash so much, it will just crash on its own randomly. If you play the game for more than 2 hours at a time, you're pretty much guaranteed to crash. So since this run is gonna take about 3 hours, we gotta go.
Now let's go.
So really quick, we're in the tutorial, we're about to do the first glitch. And by first glitch, I mean like the only cool glitch. So we have a lot of tutorial stuff we have to do, but you know, what if we just don't? What if we just like pop out of bounds really quick and run through the void, skip through all of that. Quick and easy. Now, if you thought that was great, why don't we go through again?
Let's decide on this place.
So that out of bounds, we're gonna have to do it 4 times. We have to run through this dungeon 5 times across the entire run, and we're just gonna skip it like 4 times. We have to do it normally at least once, but we'll come back and do that later.
Enemies here. I can go anytime.
So, since this is gonna be a little weird, considering what we're trying to do, which is collect all the collectibles, which means we have to go to every dungeon in the game, we have to be very careful to manage our resources.
Let's begin. I can go anytime.
So the SP meter on underneath IF's health bar doesn't really work the same way it does in other games. We're not really gonna get a whole lot of the stuff, and it's very, very important that we don't burn through it too quickly. So for this first little while, we're gonna go really slow because we kinda have to. We're much better off using Demonic Infernos later on in the run. For the first half, a little over half of the run, we're gonna be broke, we're gonna be poor, we're gonna be low on resources, and anything can kill us in like 2 hits. So we're gonna be saving often, and we're gonna be doing our best to not completely eat it. But for the time being, we just have a lot of tutorial stuff we gotta go through. The tutorial for this game is really long for some reason. And anyone who's played this game, not even just like speedrun, just normally, you already know menuing in this game is garbage. There's a lot of input delay, it lags a lot. So you're gonna see me fail to menu constantly. So get used to the fail noise.
Let's decide on this place.
Right here at the very beginning, we're already about to have our first RNG segment. Do we get lucky?
Yeah.
We don't get lucky. We're never lucky. So we need to collect 4 herbs throughout the run. We need 2 ASAP, and the other 2 can kind of wait. If we're super lucky, we get some cool items out of that box, like maybe an eject button, which we're not going to have a lot of for a long time, or maybe some SP items, which we're never really going to have a lot of until like the very end. SP items are very rare and hard to come by in this game, and like I said, we kind of have to ration them. Alright, welcome to the fun part of the run. We are now in Gold Axe Ravine, which means it's time to start collecting stuff. By the end of the run, you guys will love this dungeon. So, what are the collectibles we have to get? Well, there are 2 collectibles in this game. One of them are these medals, which, not too bad. There's a random amount in each dungeon. They're all scattered all over the place. But we actually like collecting the medals, because in this game, collecting medals actually gives you money. You get 100 credits per medal you collect. Usually, that number changes sometimes. It feels kind of random. And the other collectible we have to get are baseballs. There is one baseball per dungeon, or I should say, per area per dungeon. A good example would be the dungeon we're in right now. There are 2 baseballs here. There's one in this area that we're running through now, and then there's another in the second half of the dungeon that we have to come back into the dungeon for, because sadly, this story dungeon kicks us out as soon as we get to the objective at this end. That's going to be a common theme for a lot of the story dungeons. We're going to be running through a lot of things multiple times. Luckily though, this game is actually good, which I really wish they'd make more Neptunia games like that, you know? And they gave you a sprint button. So pretty much at all times, we're going to be running. If we're ever not running, it's because, well, you know, they gave you a run button, but you also have to platform, and platforming sucks. It's not good. There's no way about it. It's trash. It's garbage.
Got the target location down.
Alright, so we're going to re-enter this dungeon. We completed the story events here, but we need to go to the second half, and at no point do we ever have to go to the second half. A lot of optional stuff is going to be backloaded in the run, because it's faster to do it later. However, we're going to do a couple of optional things early, because we really need the money. In order to open all the dungeons in this game, we're going to have to do pretty much a true end speed run along the way. And true end is really hard in this game. If you're interested in running a Neptunia game, I recommend starting with this game. This game is very beginner friendly as long as you're doing normal end. Normal end is a very fast, short run. It's like 30 minutes long. It's very beginner friendly. I failed to jump because platforming is good. Yeah, very fast, very beginner friendly, and it's not too hard to learn. If you do anything other than normal end, you're gonna have a bad time. True end in this game is torture. It's like pulling teeth. So, since true end sucks, and we're afraid of everything at all times, we need the mushroom to move. We're gonna do our best to get as many resources as we can until we get, like, super rich later on in the game. Alright, we are done with that dungeon. We're gonna go ahead and start making saves. And we're gonna save in slot 23. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Now let's go.
Alright, we need at least one more herb from this box right now.
Yeah.
Alright, good game. We are gonna leave and walk back in.
Let's decide on this place. Yeah.
Alright. We still didn't get it. We got a bonus life fragment, though.
Now let's go.
Nothing. Herbs are a 50% drop, by the way. Okay, we got 2 that time.
Yeah. You're wide open.
And we got bad doggo luck on top of it all. This game loves me.
Let's get this done.
Alright, we gotta run.
I'm not- Bring it on. What should I do?
We got double bad doggo luck, but it doesn't matter on the second encounter.
Let's go back to the original.
Nope. Menuing, please.
Now let's go.
We're gonna save again. We're gonna save very often for a very long time. We are terrified. There are very, very few enemies in the game, even after we do some level grinding here in a few minutes, that we can actually get into an encounter with and live. We can't run from most enemies, because speed is weird in this game. And we cannot kill most enemies, because we're gonna be very weak. We are kitted out to kill bosses and only bosses. It's a little backwards, I know, but that's just how the speedrun works, baby. So hopefully, if I'm not a complete idiot, and only like a regular idiot, I'll save often enough that we only ever have to redo the dungeons that we just enter, if we ever do accidentally game over. Alrighty, we are going to go ahead and hit this box one more time. Cool, we didn't get a herb, but we got an SP charger and a weapon that's useless. Awesome. If we ever randomly get a weapon from the environment, just know that it's trash. Oh, we got a speed up. Fun thing about this game on PC is the game will randomly just start going faster. The game will just randomly start running at double speed. Isn't that cool? It has nothing to do with your hardware. It has nothing to do with the game itself. It'll just happen. Recast your vote. Oh god, I gotta vote during the cutscene. Oh god, the cutscene's over. Like I said, we're gonna save very often, so get used to that. Get used to that menu noise. Alright, everyone's favorite dungeon for all the speedrunners of this game. People love this dungeon. It's the best dungeon ever. Don't ask why, just accept it. It's a fact. While we're here, we're gonna go ahead and collect all the medals on the left half, and we'll get the right half later, because we will be back here. Camera's going to be a little wonky in a lot of these climbing segments. Don't know why, but it just doesn't really like tight spaces, and the game forces you into a lot of tight spaces.
Here we go.
Don't mind the eye-bleeding yellow that's right in front of you, taking up the whole screen. No, 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 it's fine, it's fine. Players love it when you give, like, bright, flashy colors right in front of them, right? They're like toddlers, dangling keys. The shaky clicky clacks, make gamer brain happy, right? Okay, another cutscene. Time to finish my vote. We're gonna copy that, save that to clipboard. There we go. Reminder, it's been 14 minutes and we are still in the tutorial.
Target location down. Yeah.
Life fragments. Still no herb. Most common drop from the box, by the way. We got 3 life frags, which is one of the rare ones.
I'm over here. What should I do? What should I do? Final. That's my turn.
Where am I? Okay, I got lost. Alright, we're gonna collect the rest of the medals on the left half of this dungeon. Try not to touch the plant monster, who really needs to move. They need to make a Segami figure? They do. They need to do something with Segami. Segami only exists in this game. And that's a shame.
What should I do? Come on. Disappear. Let's get this done.
Alright, we completed the quest, but we're going to go ahead and grab the rest of the stuff before we walk out, because we didn't get an eject button, but instead we got a bunch of life fragments. Not mad at all. No sir, no sir. I'm completely content. Gotta make sure to grab those strength boosters, those will be important later. And we take the walk of shame. Alright, we're almost done with the tutorial. This is the last mission for the tutorial, and I will explain the mission system here in a second, but really quick, before we leave, we need to talk to everybody. You know, it's really not about the journey, but really about the friends we make along the way. And I feel like we just haven't met enough people yet, right? We need to make some new friends. Alright, we talked to everybody, we made some memories, we had a pretty good time, right? So, gamers, let's wrap this up. Let's wrap up this tutorial and start the actual video game, because we haven't gotten there yet. 16 minutes. Not bad, not bad. So the reason we talk to all those random NPCs is because we are manipulating the value in the top right of the screen whenever we're on the world map. We are manipulating our observation value. We need the observation value to get to a certain threshold by a certain point in the game, otherwise we have to do an entire additional playthrough. So there's going to be a couple of points where we go out of our way to talk to some NPCs. Just know there's a lot of numbers behind the scenes, and you don't need to know any of them, because you just have the big number on this displayed on the screen. Towards the end, or I should say towards the middle of the run, we're going to talk to a bunch of NPCs to gather some plans. This game has a very weird take on the plan system. There are dungeons that you can unlock, but have secondary locks on them that we have to open up because there are things behind them. And some of the NPCs are holding on to those keys. Alright, we've finished the tutorial and we're on to the actual game. So if you've never seen this game before, the main theme for this game is time travel and like these parallel timelines. We are hopping back and forth between 4 different stories that are all happening in different eras. The same world, but at different points in time. So we're going to be seeing like different versions of the same places, and we're going to be doing things in a very specific order in the beginning to make sure that we get what we need before we hit the first reset. So we just did the first mission for the first timeline, which is the Game Gear timeline. And now we're moving on to Mega Drive. And we're going to hop back and forth between these two for a little bit. These first few missions are just going to be us watching a couple of cutscenes. Some of them we're going to be running through dungeons. Like this dungeon, we're never going to come back here. So we're going to go ahead and collect everything. While also being very careful not to bump into anything. These guys won't one-shot us yet, But we also don't want to fight anything extra that we don't have to until later. Ooh, Sergeant Froggy. Alright, there's all the medals, there's the baseball. And we're done here. You know, one of the best parts about this game is that all the purple ones are here. All the purple ladies are here in full force.
Now let's go.
Welcome to one of the longest cutscenes in the game. It's a little over a minute. Yes, it's a part of 80%. So we watch this cutscene every run. No, it doesn't get tired. Doesn't get boring. No, no, we love this cutscene. Nepgear living in a back alley. Why? Because story. Back to Mega Drive, or just hopping back and forth.
Now let's go.
We're gonna make a save. That was muscle memory. We want to start saving.
Now let's go.
Just automatically entering the dungeon is heavy, heavy muscle memory. Do not want to do that. No, sir. We're gonna try our best to not throw. And you know, if a little throwing happens here and there, you know, no big deal, but like overall. Now we're almost done with our running around and watching cutscenes for now. We're about to actually start playing the video game, and do you guys know this is an RPG? Like, we get to actually like do fights and stuff. We're getting to it. I swear. I swear. It's coming. Just gotta be patient.
We got the target. Now let's go.
I'm going to Game Gear 3. Gonna go ahead and collect the stuff here. For the most part, story dungeons aren't that hard to complete. We take like an extra 30, 45 seconds per story dungeon to like just run around and grab everything. The real fun part is when we get to the optional stuff here in a few minutes. We need to make sure we grab this, very important. There's nothing up there, yep. Big downside to the whole time travel thing with all the visiting the same places at different time areas and all that. All the dungeons are the same and they kind of bleed together. And sometimes you mix them up in your head. Alright, well that was Game Gear 3. Now we get to go into the third storyline for the first time. We're about to enter Dreamcast 1. Just gotta lose this mission really quick, because, you know, it happens. That's relevant for, like, other categories, but isn't really going to affect us pretty much at all. The whole missions disappearing thing. It could potentially be bad if I accidentally do something early, but it would really only cost, like, a minute and a half to fix it. I would just have to force a new cycle. Now, if you're wondering what I mean by a new cycle, you'll see that here soon, because we're forced to start a new one here in a second, after another 3? Yeah, 3 missions. Oh no, it's 4. I think it's 4, yeah. Oh, whoops, I left without talking to the NPCs. We need to talk to you, 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 not you or you, but you. Alright, it's time. It's time to actually play the RPG. Really quick, we're gonna set up our party formation. We're gonna kick you out of the party because we don't like you. And we're gonna do a little bit of shopping. Eject buttons, we're gonna give you a weapon, and we'll do a little bit shopping after we do a short grind. Alright, time for the scariest fight in the game. The first one. Let's see. Do we lose? Okay, we don't automatically lose, but this is scary.
What should I do? Final blow! Oh, perfect timing.
Alright, Neptune. Alright, scariest fight done. Those things are incredibly over-leveled to what we were. We were level 2. These guys are like level 15.
It's my turn.
But after fighting just one set of enemies, we're automatically level 8 at the very least. Sometimes you get to level 9, but typically you're 8.
What do we do?
And from here, we're not afraid of anything in this dungeon anymore.
Level up. Yeah. All right. Surprise attack.
So we're gonna do like a full lap through this dungeon. We're gonna pick up all the collectibles. We're gonna level grind. We are trying to hit level 15. And we're also trying to fill the fever gauge over on the right. In this game, the fever gauge is your best friend. We're gonna be using it
My turn.
to hopefully, and I say hopefully,
Leave it to me.
one turn every boss.
Level up.
I don't mean that like we're gonna one-shot them. We're just going to skip their turn using the fever gauge.
Wide open.
This is a bad formation. We're gonna use a demonic inferno here because that's spooky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come back. Let me hit you.
The enemy is surprised. I can go anytime. Come on. What should I do? You're done. What do we do? What should I do?
All right, you are 14.
Here we go.
We got the medals up here, so now we can go to the right half of the dungeon.
Yeah. All right. Surprise attack. It's my turn. Come on.
Even if we hit level 16, we are not leaving until the fever gauge is full. That is non-negotiable, not an option. So IF is 16, but she's not the important character. It's Sega me.
What should I do? Disappear. Come on, leave it to me. Welcome to the edge. Perfect.
Alright, now everyone else is 16.
Here we
We get to do a couple of extra fights.
You better not whine that this was unfair.
So we're going to be very slightly over-leveled. It's not really going to change anything, but it's a nice bonus.
Let's get this done. Welcome to the edge. Finally.
There's the fever gauge.
Mine. What should I do?
We're going to collect these. I need you to move, buddy. Thank you.
Here we go.
We already got the baseball in this dungeon when we came here the first time, so we just need to get the rest of the medals over here on this side.
Here we go. Yep. Here we go. Here we go.
These should be the last ones unless I missed something. Which I will miss things every now and then.
Let's go back to the original.
We need to go shop. Try on. We're going to give you a technique patch and you a technique patch. Yep, that looks good. Yeah, make sure you donate for the, or not donate, like, use your channel points for the no save hard mode. We need that. We need 2 hours of memes. Reborn. Alright, earlier I said that there were dungeons that were locked, even though we have access to them. This is one of those. We can only access the left side of the dungeon. The right side is blocked by a giant tree that we can't move yet. But here we are. We're going to enter our first boss fight. And it's actually probably one of the hardest fights in the game because we don't have the busted setup yet. We actually get the busted setup for completing this boss fight.
I need to win. Leave it to me.
We're going to hope that she hits Sega.
It's my
Good,
turn.
good.
Here's my true power.
All right, we're gonna get over here. We're gonna line this up very carefully. Unironically, very carefully. Yeah, I apologize. I'm a filthy American, so my Dreamcast is orange. No blue Dreamcast here, guys. I'm very sorry.
What do we do?
All right, you boost these two, activate fever, and then stand there and look cute.
My turn. Get up. I'll show you, Sega.
Ooh,
Oh,
Segami might be
perfect.
standing in the wrong spot. I hope this works.
What should I do?
Oh no, it's gonna work. It's fine.
It's my turn. I'll rest.
I have got a lot of crits. We're good. Yeah, that fight is very easy to mess up, and it's actually different between True End, which is technically what we're doing, and Normal End. On Normal End, the fight's actually harder. Oops, I need to talk to an NPC. I always forget this one, even in regular runs. You have to talk to her to progress the plot. For some reason. Alright. We got 2 more missions before we're forced to reset. And we're going to be doing those. Both of those missions are going to be Dreamcast missions, I should say. Not retire.
Now let's go. Let's decide on this place.
We're going to make another save because we did the hard fight, and we're about to do a little bit of fever grinding, which is going to be a common theme. This is going to be our go-to place to get the fever gauge back up.
Yeah. I'm over here, genius. I can go anytime. Come on, leave
So
me.
IF's Demonic Inferno is like a decent damage dealing skill, but we're usually going to be using it to fill the fever gauge. It's one of the best AoE attacks in the game for just getting fever.
Yeah.
And it's also one of the
I'm
cheapest.
over here, genius. I can go anytime. Come on, let's get this done. Welcome. Level up.
Who's the pink hair? The girl with the pink hair is Dreamcast. So we have two sides. There are two opposing forces in this game. There are the CPUs, who are the ones we recognize. It's Neptune, Nepgear, Plutia, and Uzume. And then we have the Sega Hard Girls, who are Mega Drive, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, and Game Gear. With IF and Segami being in between the two. This is actually a crossover game. The Sega Hard Girls are like their own thing.
Let's go back to the original.
Really quick, I'm gonna enter my party and I'm gonna kick everybody but IF out. Why is there a talking motorcycle? 'Cause it's quirky. It's so zany, ain't it? We're gonna watch a couple of cutscenes. Because this game loves to bury required content underneath optional content. For some reason. And we're going to enter the second boss fight for the run. So this is the time eater. This is the final boss. And I got a pretty good feeling about this.
Prepare
I think we're going to do really well.
yourself. Strength is gone.
Well, I've been wrong before. GG's, guys. Run's dead. Didn't save. Damn. So when I was talking about the game cycling earlier, that's what I meant. Outside of the 4 different timelines, the main timeline that we're in the library is in a time loop. Anytime we need to reset missions, we can just go fight that boss and lose. Or we can even win. We could beat the boss. That's also an option. Not one that we're going to take. And it will reset the missions. I need to scroll in my notes, but if I scroll, there's going to be text popping up on the cutscene. So, can I time it right? Nope. Too hard. Alright, we're going to accept this quest, Watchman. Blitz and a split. There you go, thank you. We're going to try on a new weapon for Segami. It's going to be the last weapon we buy, and she will have that for the rest of the game. And we're going to go to Game Gear.
Let's decide on this place.
And we're going to have a great time in this dungeon. Oh boy, this is probably the biggest dungeon in the game. And we got a lot of stuff we got to pick up in it. On top of completing a mission with these really tough enemies.
They won't know what hit 'em.
So we're going to be here for like the next
I can go
3 or 4 minutes probably.
What should I do? Leave it to me. You're done. Finally, my
Ooh,
What should
don't do it. Okay, I knew that they were too close. I knew that they'd group attack them.
What should I
Nepgear, you need to go over here, girl.
Final. What do we do?
Speed Guides Lives? Listen, I tried so hard.
Get this done.
Speed Guide Live just doesn't work for me, man. I just don't like it. I just write everything in Google Docs these days.
I did it! I leveled up!
No, not that. We need to go to status. Abilities. You get yours. I don't think you have yours yet. No, we didn't overlevel that much.
Yeah. Let your guard down can cost your life. What should I do?
On the bright side, to make up for the bad luck we had at the beginning, we got pretty good luck during this mission. We needed to kill 5 of these plane dudes, and we got 3 on the first fight, which was pretty nice.
Leave it to
It made the fight a little scary, but now we're set. We don't have to do an extra fight.
me. Do?
We build Fever on the way, which will be great for the next fight we have to do literally as soon as we're done here.
It's my turn. Yeah! Level up!
And now we get to run around this dungeon and collect stuff. This dungeon is probably the most egregious when it comes to collecting things.
Here we go.
All these dungeons that have this theme with the blue and yellow, they all suck, but for different reasons, because they're all different. They all have different levels of torture built into them.
Here we go.
No, don't do that. Jump on the cord.
Here we go. Here we go.
Camera doesn't really like to cooperate whenever you're climbing or shimmying, whatever it is, across the ropes. Sometimes you just want to look to see where you're going, and the game's like, haha, no.
Here we go.
I should casually go out of bounds? You spoiled the surprise. This game has 2
Here we go.
out of bounds. There's the one we've already done in the tutorial,
Here we go.
and then there's one in this dungeon. Did I get that medal? I didn't actually see, I was too busy running, fearing for my life.
Here we go.
Alright, we got all the ones on the outside, now we just gotta get the ones on the inside.
Here we go.
No, grab,
Here
jump.
we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Fun, interactive gameplay right here.
Here we go. Here we go.
There's all the medals, the baseball is higher up on this column.
Here we go.
It's on one of the sides, I never remember which.
Here we go. Here
There it
we go.
is. There she be.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, that was weird.
Here we go.
I've never seen that happen before, but alright. Oops, accidentally got out of bounds. Dang. Wow, this is so cool and interesting. It's not at all useful, but it's here. Then you can just get back in bounds by walking underneath any actual collision. Alright, we are going to Mega Drive's Arrival. We are kicking everybody out of the party except for Segami this time.
Let's get going.
And we're gonna save.
I choose this place.
Welcome back to Gold Axe. Everything's the exact same as the last time we were here, but just do the same thing again.
1, 2.
Did I miss a medal? I did miss a medal.
The end.
I didn't miss a medal. I was lied to. Gotta, zoom, enhance. No. Looks good. Yep. I missed 2. Alright, watch this. Liars. All of them.
Woo!
Whenever you see arcs of medals,
1, 2.
like medals that you need to jump and they're like in an arc shape, you'll see me do a little spin before I do the jump. It actually makes it easier to hit them for some reason.
Woo!
Stopping in place and spinning for some reason makes it doesn't make your hitbox bigger, but it just makes it easier to run into things. No idea why.
The end. One, 2.
It doesn't make it easier to hit enemies though. It only really works on the medals.
The end.
Maybe the baseballs, but like you don't really need to stop to hit the baseballs. It's not that hard to hit them. They're massive. Shoutouts to Rapspect. I hate that guy. You don't want to do that.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
I love platforming.
Woo! 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 Woo!
All right, hardest fight in the game is just getting over those jumps.
Woo!
Here's a really weird fun fact. In the overworld, you can only ever play as IF or Segami. For some reason, IF jumps higher. They have the same run speed, but IF just jumps higher. And that actually causes problems later on. They have the same run speed, they have the same climb speed, crawl speed, but IF jumps very slightly higher. Alright, welcome to the second actual boss fight.
Leave it to me.
We are going to do the menuing very carefully so that we don't mess it up. Strength boost, transform the Dreamcast, get behind, line it up.
I'm gonna show. I'm gonna. Maybe a guard.
Easy.
This is the. Yes.
Why not always run with IF? It would take time. It takes time to switch, and more often than not, we just need to be Segami. IF isn't really super useful when it comes to speedrunning this game. She's good at building fever, and that's it. Segami is our main damage dealer. And I can actually explain why.
Let's go back.
So both IF and Segami have transformations in this game. This is the only game that IF has a transformation in. For IF's transformation, she just gets a stat boost like any of the goddesses would. For Segami's transformations, she turns into the other Sega hard girls, and when she does that, also this is an optional dungeon. It's the exact same as the one we just ran through, but we got to go through it at some point, so we might as well do it now. When Segami transforms into one of the Sega hard girls, what happens with her, she doesn't just get a flat stat buff like all the other characters. Her stats are added to the stats of whatever character she transforms into. On top of that, she gets their abilities, which is broken. So what we do is we power level Segami and Dreamcast so that whenever we transform to Dreamcast, their stats are added together. Segami has a fun ability to where she cannot be one-shot, so she's perfect for entering in boss fights where we're under-leveled because she cannot die in one hit. And Dreamcast has a very fun ability where the first hit she does every turn does extra damage. It's like a ×3 multiplier. So what we do is we just keep ending Dreamcast turns in Fever so that she's constantly only doing the first hit of the turn, so that she's constantly doing triple damage with the added stats of Segami. On top of that, boosting items like strength boosters do still give you the multiplier. So what we're doing is we're just stacking multipliers and just turn cycling bosses so that they can't hit us. There is still one more component to the entire strategy. We just unlocked it, but we're not going to use it for a minute because she's not ready yet. We can still get one more multiplier on top of all of that. So at the end of the day, Segami just outclasses every other character in this game by miles. Yeah, so basically this game is Disgaea. We just make number big. And it's not even hard to make number big. I need the Kupo Kitty to move. Okay, now I need the baby bug to move. Any day now. Thank you. We don't need to use an eject button. We're not really set up for that yet.
Let's go back.
Alright, we need to do scary monsters. Alright, here's a fun one. This is the first of a few dungeons that are going to work like this. So, this dungeon is going to change later in the game. And when the dungeon changes later in the game, it will be a new dungeon. Which means everything in this dungeon is completely missable. If we miss anything in this dungeon, we have to go into New Game Plus to get it. So we're going to make sure that we grab everything right now. We're also still afraid of anything touching us. Even though we did a little bit of level grinding and we can just smack bosses into the dirt, regular enemies can and very easily will just turn cycle us back. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I want that. Yeah, this dungeon is the only story dungeon that works that way, where everything changes when you come back later. The other dungeons that do that are all optional, and I'll point them out when we get to them. It's not like you'll miss them, though. It's pretty obvious, because we have to run through them so many times.
I can go anytime. Let's get this done. Let Neptune handle this.
Neptune can't reach. Neptune cannot handle this.
Finally, my turn.
Neptune, can you kill this?
Final
Thank
blow
you.
is- It's my turn.
Yeah, at the very least, this game does have quite a few original dungeons. Even if you get sick of seeing them after a while. Especially if you run a do a plat run for this game, you'll be
The pro tag.
so tired of the original dungeons in this game.
What do we do?
Ooh, I didn't get
Unstrong.
fever. Actually, no, that's not a big deal. I got very close. I'm at 95. Toyopolis Lily Grind, running in circles for 2 hours. Alright, for reference, as far as completing the game goes, we are about 2/3 of the way through the full game. We are not 2/3 of the way through the full run. We are going to Game Gear 7.
Let's get going.
Alright, this is the warehouse that VIIR lives in. VIIR is not very well liked in this game. Average fan reaction after Mark II.
Let's go back.
We need to go to Mega Drive. And we need to talk to Mayro over here. Not because he's important, but because he's standing on top of the objective. We want him to move. If you ever get stuck in this game, more than likely, the objective is under an NPC. Just talk to everybody. Good game design. Alright, we are going back to Mega Drive. We're about to do another boss fight.
Let's go.
But before we do that... Yeah, this is good. This is fine.
Woo! Woo! Over
We need to get a little bit more fever.
I'm over here, genius. What should I do? Come on, leave it to me.
Sometimes it takes a little bit to do the charge attack. I don't know why. The game just kind of stops. And... yeah, just waits.
Final pro tag. Mine. Final. I'm the pro tag. I'm stronger now.
Alright, we're going to turn on EXP boost. We're going to change the party. We're going to kick everyone out. We're going to leave the dungeon really quick so that Segami heals, so that we don't have to use an item on her.
Let's get going.
Yep.
Woo! 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 One, the end.
We're going to climb to the back of the dungeon. There are a bunch of collectibles here, but we'll get them later because we do have to come back here.
Woo!
We're not going to look. We're going to look away from the screen. No looking, no looking.
The end.
Alright, it's safe to look. Nothing happened, don't worry about it. And now we're gonna fight Mega Drive again.
This one's strong.
It's my turn.
And second verse, same as the first. We're gonna strength boost. We're gonna transform into Dreamcast. We're gonna grab the Fever Star, get behind her, and hit her as hard as we can. But she didn't step up far enough for us to do that, so we're gonna take a little bit of extra time to get behind her. We're gonna do a full charge. Boom. We don't have the nuke button yet, so we have to be a little more creative with some of the fights, because we are falling behind on stats very quickly. Even our big multiplier stack isn't keeping up with how defensive some of the bosses are going to get. Speaking of which, we have a wall of cutscenes coming up, and in between those cutscenes, we're going to be preparing for the next big boss, and it's going to be a new boss this time. We're not going to be doing a refight. Any guesses on who we're gonna go beat up next? The list is pretty short. R4. You see, I got bad news, guys. I know R4 is the fan favorite, but she's not in this game. Like, literally at all.
Let's get going.
I know. It's heartbreaking.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
This is another dungeon where we don't have access to half of it until later, so we're just gonna collect what's like right in front of us, and we'll worry about the rest when we come back later.
Woo!
No save hard mode, no save hard mode. Make him suffer. Take him out. Take the shot.
Let's go back.
Angry believers. We need to talk to Mama. And then watch a cutscene. Yo, so Nepgear's been living in this warehouse, and Game Gear's like, yo, you gotta get it together, girl. Like, nah. We don't vibe with that. Like, either you get it together, or like, you know, you're dead. I'll take you out. I'll do it. We're like, oh no, we ain't getting in between this. We just dip. We leave. We're done. And then, oops, we messed up the timeline. So up to this point, we've been using clones of the characters. This is the first timeline where we've gotten the actual characters out, and they have replaced the clones. What does that mean? Gameplay-wise, nothing. Lore-wise, what are the ethical ramifications of using clones for battle? That's for you, the viewer, to decide.
Let's go.
Alright, we're gonna party, you're out. We're gonna SP charge you. You don't need it yet, so collect the coins, or the medals over here.
Over there. I'm going first. It's my turn.
Ooh, we need that. We are so broke that if a crystal pops up and we can grab it, we are going to grab it.
Woo! One,
We're gonna go ahead and grab the rest of the medals in this dungeon, as well as the baseball.
woo! Over I'm over here, genius. Go anytime. Leave it to me. Darkness. You're done. Final blow. What should I do?
It's my
Let
turn.
Nepgear handle
Alright,
it.
Nepgear, you got this.
Level up.
Full-grown and implanted memories? Nope. Well, I guess maybe. They still say the voice lines that the regular characters say, but like, that's probably just bad programming. The story does not address the clones at all. They're just kind of there. We're getting to the point in the game where we're going to start losing a lot of missions. What this is doing is powering up the final boss and making him stronger, but it's not really going to stop us from doing what we got to do. Alright, we need to go to Dreamcast 7.
Let's get going.
Pumped up kicks? Yep, pumped up kicks. Don't think about it.
I choose this place. Over there. Over.
Just like the clones, just don't think about it.
What should I do? All into destiny.
Alright, we got Fever built. We are good to go.
I'm stronger now.
We have actually managed our resources very well so far. This is normally the part of the game where I run out of things. We're gonna kick everybody out of the party except for you.
Let's go back.
We are not going to forget to do this again, because it makes this fight harder. Here's a whole little sub-system that this game has that we pretty much completely ignore. Every character has classes. And we're going to class change one character and then never do it again.
Let's get going.
Alright, on to the next boss fight. This is one of the few points in the game where you're actually given a split decision, and you actually get to choose what you do next. We're given the option to either pledge our allegiance to Dreamcast or Uzume, and we're going to pledge our allegiance to Dreamcast. We're going to help her out, and we're going to fight Uzume. We're doing that because fighting Dreamcast is terrifying, because she has the big multiplier stack.
We can't afford to lose this.
I'll end this all.
Leave it to me.
Alright, she hit Segami first, which is good. Again, Segami cannot be one-shot.
Time to transform.
Yeah, imagine actually having to leave the mission screen to, like, open the next one up. That'd be bad game design, right? What the...
Let's take care of them. Leave it to me. Not yet.
Good fight.
I can't.
I first.
So, we have activated the nuke. We can do that to most bosses from now on. That's not to say the bosses are easy from now on. We're gonna hit a few walls. But yeah, we disrupted that timeline, so now we have the real Uzume and Dreamcast. I also forgot to go and charge Fever, because I always forget that.
Let's get going.
Actually, what was her SP? Low. Okay.
Over there.
Unlike before, we are literally going directly into another boss fight, so we have to go out of our way to do this. There is no room in between fighting Uzume and the next fight to actually go and do stuff. Like, once we accept the next mission, we're locked in. We're stuck.
Over there.
And if we're not prepped for it, we're screwed.
Lost your life. All into dark. What should I do? Welcome to the end. Leave it to me.
Leave this to me.
Leave it to me.
I've earned a lot of EXP.
Let's go back.
Alright, we are going to shop. We're gonna buy 2 more strength boosters. We're gonna buy 10 eject buttons. And we're gonna buy a handful of hero drinks. This is the only SP restoring item that we have access to. And it sucks. We have to make do. Yeah, that ought to be okay. If it's not, like, I'll have a save. It'll be fine. I'm saving very often because literally any of these fights could just explode and we could just die. We've been getting very lucky, so you haven't been able to see it yet, but no, any one of these fights could just instantly kill you. The run would die immediately. We are about 25 levels underneath what we need to be right now at this point in the game. We are only keeping up because of all the multipliers we're stacking.
We need to stay focused.
I'll finish this at once.
Let's get this done.
Yep, see? Segami would have been one-shot if she didn't have her ability.
Time to transform.
What to do?
Oops.
Let's take care of them.
What should I do?
You better
Good fight.
level up.
Whenever you see me walk behind the bosses and like make little bitty micro adjustments, it's because I'm trying to line up with their weak spots.
Let's go back.
I want to be able to one-shot them. I don't want to be able to. I don't want to have to like 3 or 4 shot them. That 200,000 damage is not normal. Alright, we're gonna watch a couple of cutscenes. And then we have 2 back-to-back boss fights that are gonna be... Well, the first one's not gonna be too bad. But the second one is the scariest fight in the entire game. Despite the fact that we have all of these strats, and like we're just steamrolling through these guys, the second fight that we have left is gonna probably cause some problems.
Let's go. Let's go.
And I will explain why when that's relevant. But for now, we need more fever.
Like it went well?
What should I do?
We are scared, we are cowards, we need as much of the good stuff as we can get. Was that 100? I didn't see, and there's no way to check in the menu, so let's go into another fight.
Over there.
Seems like it went well.
What should I do?
It was...
Let's go back.
Alright. We are going back to the Sega Saturn era. We are finally progressing the plot line for this story. Up until this point in the game, you're kind of forced and like railroaded into doing the other 3 until you progress up to this point in the game. But now we can finally go back and finish this. She's stuck. Come on, Segami. Here is another point where we get to choose who we help. We get to choose if we pledge to Saturn or Neptune. And we're going to help Neptune. No, wait, that was the last fight. We helped Neptune in the last fight. This is always Saturn. Never mind. I got them backwards. Oops. Yeah, we choose to fight Saturn twice in a row because Neptune has really high defensive stats. She's a little spooky. Is it time to vote again? It is time to vote again.
All right. I'll be pumped. I'll finish this at once.
I didn't change the party. That's not a big deal.
Mine. Let's get this done.
Not a big deal at all.
Time to transform.
Yeah, then strength boost yourself. And end your
Finish this
turn.
at once.
You can just stand there. You're fine. You... Charge you.
Let's take care of them. I'll finish this.
Normally you don't want
I'm gonna show
Saturn
you what
here,
dream
but like she's here.
made of.
Leave this to me.
It's not a big deal. She's just gonna waste a little bit of fever.
You.
You better heal me. Level up.
No problemo, because we're about to get our fever back before the next boss fight. But the next one we're gonna do along the way. We don't have to go out of our way for this one. Haven't slept. Sleep, fellow. Bedge. We are going to take an extra shopping trip to buy some precautionary items because we are terrified. We need at least one of each status healing item. Parallaxin, Tough Mill, Reflex, yeah. And spend the rest on hero drinks. We can only afford 2. Very cool.
Let's go. I choose this place.
Alright, we're back in this dungeon. Yet again. We need to... It's not you. Oh, yeah, you. And I believe... No, you don't get that yet.
Seems like it went well.
What should I do? Let's get this done.
So we're here for 3 reasons. 1, we're progressing the story. Go figure. 2, we need to build fever. And 3, while we're here, we actually need to collect some items.
I'm going first. I can
We
go
need these
anytime.
golems to drop 2 mithril ores.
Let's get this done. Welcome to the end.
I'll finish this at once.
And I got 0.
1, 2.
That's fine. While it respawns, I can collect the medals.
The end. Woo! Over there.
Jump, please.
Jump.
I almost ran into that VIIR down there.
1, 2. The end. 1, 2. The end. 1, 2. The end. Bring it on. I can go anytime. What should I do?
I'll finish this at once. What to do?
Oh, they're faster. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't really change anything. Just weird. And we're still at 0. This isn't Japanese, because English is winning.
Woo! Woo! Jump!
If English isn't winning,
Woo! Woo!
then nobody told me.
1, 2. The end. Over there.
This battle is in the bag.
I can go anytime. You were
Alright, there's 1 mithril ore, finally.
1, 2. The end.
We are going to very carefully walk around the event, grab the rest of the medals, and keep grinding for that mithril ore. We cannot leave without it.
The 1, 2.
How did Iffy do? Endeavor did pretty well.
The end.
You got a 204, I believe. There's all medals. We got the baseball. VIIR, leave me alone.
2. The end.
You wasted my time.
Please,
It's my turn.
give me the ore.
Leave it to me.
I also need more fever. Oh, I thought I was at 100 already. There's the other ore we need.
I'm stronger now.
We're at 98%. We are not entering this fight under any circumstance until we have 100. This fight is really scary.
Leave it to me. Yep.
I'll finish this at once. Leave this to me. I'll finish this at once. This is the finishing blow. My
What should I do? All into...
I'm stronger now.
We're gonna exit. We're gonna save. We're gonna kick those guys out of the party.
Woo! Woo!
We have everything we need from here, so we're gonna move on. And we're gonna go fight the spooky boss.
1, 2, the end.
Now this boss is very scary because she has access to every status ailment in the game. She gets to hit us first, and if we get paralyzed, we just lose. If we get paralyzed, we lose. If we get poisoned, we lose. If we get skill sealed, we lose.
Let's proceed cautiously.
What shall I do to you? Let's get this done.
Okay, we got nothing. Literally perfect.
You're gonna get what's coming to you.
Leave this to me. Let's take care of them.
What should I do?
Gonna be as safe as possible. And we still don't even one-shot her. That's how strong she is.
That feels good. Level up.
Actually, the scariest fight in the game. Especially if you're doing a regular true end run and you're not collecting all this extra stuff. You're a much lower level. You have way fewer items. And that's like the last really, really hard fight in the regular game. But now that we've overcame that hurdle, the game is solved. That was the last really hard fight. The last few fights aren't that hard. On top of that, we're rich now. We've been broke. We've been struggling. We've been stringing together crappy items for the whole game, but now we have access to anything we could possibly want. So we're gonna sell all the processors that we just got from winning that fight, and we have 600,000 credits. So now we're gonna buy enough strength boosters for the rest of the game. And we're gonna buy these hero drinks. Still the best SP recovery items we have. We're gonna buy like 65 of them, so we got 69. Very good, very cool. We are going to accept the next Dreamcast mission. We're going to save the game, so we never have to think about Iris Heart again. And
Let's get going.
I didn't talk to the NPCs. I always forget to do that. We're going to talk to everybody here. Eureka, if you want something like that, I think you're looking for a different type of game. I'm sure it's out there. If you believe hard enough. Alright, we talked to everybody.
Going.
We're gonna slap IF in the party. We're going to SP charge everybody. And that should be good, I believe. Yes, okay. We have opened up the second half of this dungeon by doing some optional content. I didn't mention it when it happened, but trust me, it did. So now we have access to the back half of this dungeon, and we're going to go ahead and grab all the stuff in it, because we don't need to come back here for a very long time.
Woo! Let's go!
Now we're just gonna wrap up a couple of loose ends in the story.
Let's go back.
We're going to accept Game Gear 9. We're going to try on. IF and Segami get silver anklets. And you get an arch anklet. While we're here, we're going to buy a couple of spare eject buttons. We're going to save to be safe. This fight should be super easy, but you never know. We're about to do 2 back-to-back fights in a row with nothing in between them, so we're doing 2 legitimate fights in a row. Both fights have every status ailment in the game in them. And if we get paralyzed with Segami, we lose. If we get paralyzed with IF, we lose. If we get paralyzed or skill sealed with Mega Drive, we lose.
Let's proceed cautiously. What to do?
Our strategy isn't foolproof. It just takes 1 status ailment and everything falls apart.
Let's get this done.
So we're gonna Dream Rush.
Final blow.
What to do?
Charge.
My turn.
Hero Drink.
Leave it to me.
Dream Rush.
Lead this
Alright,
to me.
IF with status, that's not a big deal.
I can go anytime.
Whoops, where am I going? Hero Drink.
Leave it to me. Who's next?
It's my turn.
It's my turn. What should I do?
Level up.
Fight 1 is done. You can recast your votes. Ooh, time to vote again. Let me just open that up. Paste. Yep.
Destroy Nepgear!
Oh, no. Nope. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going. I'm going. There we go.
Time to go all out.
What to do?
Alright, this fight's even scarier than the first one. But it has the exact same strategy. We just kind of, hope. Please stop hitting Segami.
It's my turn.
What should I do? I'm gonna show you what Dreamcast is made of. Final blow.
Alright, we built Fever naturally, so we don't have to go out of our way for that for the next boss.
My turn.
What should I do?
No, not that.
Leave it to me. Too weak.
Leave this to me.
What should I do? I'm gonna show you what Dreamcast is made of.
Level.
This is some really good fight luck for the entire run. We've gotten screwed over a few times with item drops, but as far as fights go, they're going pretty much perfectly.
Let's go back.
We're gonna watch the ending.
Let's go.
Have some good sleep, Eureka.
go back.
Talk to you, watch a cutscene. We're gonna change the party, and then we're gonna talk to a bunch of random chirpers. All right.
Let's get going.
So for like the next minute and a half, we're just gonna talk to every random person in the game. Well, I shouldn't say that. We're going to talk to everybody, but as we go, we're also going to do a bunch of optional dungeons. And we're doing this basically to open up a bunch of stuff. There are a handful of dungeons that are locked until your observation level reach a certain point, which... you could technically do them earlier, but they're pretty much post-game. And we're gonna clear a handful of the optional stuff right now. We're gonna re-enter Panic Cave. This was the story dungeon from earlier that changed. So now everything's gonna be a little bit different from when we were here before. We have successfully reached the part of the run where we're basically platforming. We're just running around, we're going to collect a bunch of stuff, and we're going to, well, hopefully not fight anything. There are still a handful of enemies in this game that can just completely destroy us. Oh, I missed that box by a mile. Alright, there's Panic Cave. We have already done Gold Axe. And I believe we've already done Afterburner. But we have not done Afterburner in Sega Saturn era. Yeah, so on top of unlocking a couple of extra dungeons, as well as opening up some locked parts of some dungeons we already have access to, these chirpers are also increasing our observation level up in the top right, which still isn't as high as we need it to be yet. It still needs to be a bit higher for us to unlock everything. There are a good handful of things in this game that are locked behind having a high observation level. And the game doesn't really explain how that mechanic works. You'll just notice it goes up as you play the game more. There are a handful of things that you can do to manipulate the observation level, but for the most part, you know, just do optional stuff and you'll be fine. But you know, speaking of which, we haven't done any optional missions yet. We've only done story-related missions. That will change. There are like 4 or 5 optional missions we have to do. Alright, we're here in Game Gear just to talk to the NPCs. There's no extra dungeon we have to run through in here yet. I love mashing X.
Let's go back. Let's get going.
It's a passion of mine, honestly. Enter Dreamtown. Alright, we have opened up the rest of this dungeon. So we're going to run through it and get the rest of the medals as well as the baseball. Hopefully I didn't miss one because they kind of blend in with the ground and like the neon yellow really well. Like, can you see the baseball? It's over there. It's on screen. Really, really hard to see. Alright, there's God Dreamtown. Where am I going next? I'm going to Afterburner. That's right.
I choose this place.
Leave me alone. Let me live my life. Aw, you two? Come on, dude. Don't be like that.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Skeleton. Big steps, buddy. Big steps. You can move any direction. Okay. Thank you. No. No. Oh, come on. Come on. Between the skeleton and the ghost, they're goalkeeping.
Let's go back.
Alrighty. We're gonna make another save,
Let's get going.
and we're gonna run through this area one more time.
Woo!
We're gonna do the clip with Segami this time. I literally just saved, but there's no such thing as too much saving. It's not like this is a speed run or anything, you know? That'd be stupid. You're ridiculous. Who would do that? So this is going to be the final boss. We are, in fact, going into New Game Plus. But that just means we get to listen to the credits a little bit earlier.
What to do?
What should I do? Time to transform. Now's our chance.
Leave this to me.
So, throughout the whole game, the Time Eater, this boss, has been getting buffed from all the missions we haven't been completing. So even though we're like super strong, we still three-shot it with our nuke strategy. Because it's that tanky. It has so much health and it deals so much damage. We don't want to give it a turn. We don't even want to think about giving it a turn. And it's not even the hardest version of that boss. We did it, gang. We saved every timeline. We got the true ending. We're about 2/3 of the way done with the run. It's your turn on the Xbox? Mom never lets me just like have fun and play games. I always have to share. Gosh. Credits time, baby. Alright, I let the credits play there because credits aren't going to be playing at the end of the run. Like I said, this kind of arbitrary. It kind of just stops, you know, once you get all the stuff. And it takes like an extra 2 or 3 minutes to go and actually start the credits. I don't want to put us any further behind. We got other games to play. We can't delay Z-Fresh's excellent ninja run that's coming up next. He's got to play the hard version of the Peach minigame. It's going to be great, guys. But real quick, we got to get the beach episode in. Alright, we need to save the clear data. Very important that we actually save.
Superdimension Neptune versus
We gotta enter New Game
Sega
Plus.
Hard Girl.
So we have a couple of story things that we have to blast through, but it's not going to be hard because we're very overleveled and we're very strong. We have to progress to certain points in all 3 of the plots in order to reopen some things that closes when you go into New Game Plus. But we kind of have to go into New Game Plus because our observation level just doesn't get high enough in New Game.
Now let's go.
So earlier I said that we have to run through this dungeon normally at least one time. That time is now.
Here we go.
There's a plot. This game has like 4 different plots. There's a lot of plot in this game. All right, there we go. We got all the medals.
Yeah. Here we go.
That is the one and only reason you have to run through this dungeon at least once. There are 3 medals in the back.
Now let's go.
But now that we've done that, this dungeon sucks. Let's just leave. Bye-bye.
Battle start. What should I do?
Now that we're in New Game Plus and we have a lot of resources, we can just start burning through them.
I can go anytime.
There's no reason to hold back. So, we have to get about halfway through the Dreamcast story, about halfway through the Mega Drive story, and about 2/3 of the way through the Game Gear story. Which isn't going to be hard. We're over leveled, we don't have to worry about the bosses. We're not even going to fight a boss in the Game Gear story. Game Gear is mostly cutscenes, even though it's the main plot line for the game. And we also don't have to worry about re-entering the Sega Saturn story.
Now let's go.
We, however, still need one more herb. Thought I'd forget, didn't you, game? It's been an hour and a half. But I remembered you only gave me 3. I know how to hold a grudge.
Let's go back to the original. Now let's go.
Luckily, everything that we collect in the first game carries over, or in the first playthrough carries over into the second, so we don't have to recollect any medals, we don't have to recollect any baseballs, we kept all of our items, we kept all of our stats. So we are going to blitz through any required content. And we're doing this to up the observation level. It has to reach 20. By completing a regular new game playthrough, it gets to 14. We have to reach certain points in the story for the 3 storylines that we have access to right now in order to open up some NPCs that will give us some more key items to open up the rest of the dungeons. So we're basically just doing like a fetch quest. We're just looking for some extra stuff. We're just scrounging.
Now let's go. Let's decide on this place. Yeah.
I almost hit the box again. I don't need to hit the box again. I got the herbs.
What should I do?
We got good doggo luck. We're out of demonic infernos because I can SP charge right now. What am I saying? It won't be enough once I use this.
Let's go back to the original. Let's decide on this. We got the target location down.
Oh yeah, it took us like 15 minutes to complete the tutorial on the first playthrough. It's not going to take us nearly as long this pass. We're not going out of our way to collect anything.
Decide on this place.
We have no problems like AoEing the very few mobs we do have to fight. Oh, there you go. But this is definitely the Resident Sleeper part of the run. For like the next, I want to say like 20 minutes. Oh, never mind. Something exciting's happened. We got the black screen, which means the game is guaranteed going to crash soon. So I'm just going to restart the game right now. Let's see. Alt F4. Fair warning, when the game restarts, it's going to be loud. So you might want to turn down the volume now.
Superdimension Neptune versus Sega Hard Girls.
Alright, we're good.
Let's decide on this place. Here we go. Here we go.
This game can crash in a couple of different ways. That one is the nicest way, because it lets you know ahead of time. If the game's been open for 2 hours, then cutscene assets will just start to disappear. 2D models will fail to load, backgrounds will just be solid black, the effects, like the faces the characters make, will fail and just be like pixelated boxes. But you always get at least a little bit of forewarning if the game's going to crash that way. There are like 3 other ways the game can crash that just kind of happen. You don't get any warning. My favorite is when the entire cutscene fails to load and it's a fatal error and it hard locks the entire game. Good stuff. You gotta go into Task Manager to get rid of that.
Can you stop me? What should I do? Let's go back to the
Probably make sure that the scene is actually being captured right. Yeah, it looks fine. Alright, we gotta talk to all the NPCs again, because we're lonely. And also the number in the top right is at 16, and we, like I said, it needs to get up to 20. By the end of the run, it'll be around 24 or 25, somewhere in that range. Getting the number high isn't the issue, it's just we need to get it high as fast as possible. Not as bad as the Dead End Request 2 bug. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not saying that the crashes in this game are as bad as they are in some of the other games. as far as crashing, as cool as it is, this game's actually pretty nice about it 99% of the time. It just happens very consistently and very often. You can guarantee crash the game every 2 hours without fail. This game's very cool. It doesn't ever like clear the RAM at any point. So after 2 hours, it overloads the RAM and it kills itself. In Minecraft, you know? It commits toaster tub, but like in Minecraft, you know? Was that the nicest way I could have said that? Probably not. But oh yeah, that's a tutorial. Yeah, the tutorial was much faster this time. Took 17 minutes in the first playthrough. It took us 10 in this one. Since I restarted the game, the auto splitter's probably dead. Yeah, it's dead. I gotta manually split. Dang it. Oh, yo, since the game crashed, I forgot to do something, but that's not a big deal. It's gonna take like an extra 15 seconds to go back and do it. No, game didn't crash. I stopped it from crashing. So technically, that's not one for the bingo card, guys.
Now let's go.
We're still thriving out here.
Now, let's get started.
Alright, I need to fight these plane men. Or, sorry, these
Let's get this done.
Deus man?
It's my turn.
Oh, perfect timing. Leave it to me.
I need their drops. I need 3 youth hearts. That's 1.
Oh, there they are.
I can go anytime.
That's 2.
Here, let's get this done. It's done.
And that's 3.
Let's go back to the original. We got this.
I gotta remember to split now. Deus man? I don't really know how to say that word.
Let's decide
It's not Desu. That's all I know. Desu man. So we're going to be progressing through story stuff in pretty much the exact same way that we did before. Rimmer says Desu. Wait, is that on the card? Is that a bingo goal? I didn't know it was a bingo goal! Don't yell at me. I'm sorry. My bingo card didn't have it. I got a pretty bad one, actually. Yeah, I had to add the disclaimer that I shut the game off myself. I didn't let it crash. I knew it was going to. When you get the black screen on the quest menu, the game is going to crash within the next 10 minutes because the RAM is almost full. It's almost overloaded on assets. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen randomly during a cutscene, which means I can't prepare for it, which means I might as well just shut the game off myself. Oops.
Let's go back. We got the target. Now let's go.
Let me end you before you end yourself. Exactly. If the game has a fatal error and it locks up, it would take a couple of minutes for me to restart it, and I don't want to do that. Alternatively, very rare, I've only ever had it happen once, but if the game crashes at the right time, it can corrupt the save file. Not just the save file. It'll corrupt all your save files. Don't know why. I've only ever seen it happen once, and I think it was a freak thing, because I don't see anyone else ever talk about it. Damn it, I was too busy arguing.
Now let's go.
I have to do a thing while I'm here. No!
Now let's go.
I need 3 blazing ore from these volcano crabs.
I can go anytime. Come on. All into
And that's
the
0. Good start.
Whoa, we sure have a troublesome
Go
one.
anytime. Come on. Come on. Let's get this
There's
done.
1.
You're done.
It's my turn.
Finally. Mine.
Headliner has arrived.
She can't reach.
Level up.
Crab wants crabs. I mean, crabs are cute. Just crustacean little fellas, minding their own business.
Surprise attack. What should I do? Disappear. Disappear. What should I do?
It's my turn.
What do we do?
Now, let's get started.
I can go anytime.
These are not rare drops.
All in-
There we go. Just had to remind the game.
Welcome to
It's
the
my
end.
turn.
Finally. My turn.
It's my
Boss
turn.
fight luck, again, been phenomenal.
My turn.
Monster drop luck, kinda garbo.
I'm even stronger now. We got the
I've
target
used a couple of extra eject buttons. I need to buy more.
Yeah. Let your guard down can cost your life. It's my turn.
Alright, now that I've gotten
Leave it to me.
2 out of 3, I'm gonna get 2 in a row.
Welcome to the
Yep,
end.
thank you,
My
game.
turn.
Happens every time.
Let's go back to the original.
That ought to be good.
We got the target location. Now let's go.
Alright, for now, we don't need to do any extra stuff. We just need to blitz through the very little required story that we have left. And then, once we start doing optional stuff, we'll be completing the last handful of dungeons.
Let's go back.
Bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba. It's the same song every time. Damn, we lost time. Keep losing time on all the monster drop splits. Sucks to suck. If it were me, I would simply be luckier. Just win, forehead.
Let's go back to the original. Now let's go back to the original. We got the target location down.
You need to be you. Do you have SP, right? Yeah, you have max SP. I haven't used you yet. Alright, we're back at the first boss fight. Exciting stuff. I wonder how hard it's gonna be.
We can't afford to lose this. It's my turn. What should I do? Time to transform. What should I do? Oh, perfect timing. Leave it to me. Let Neptune handle this. Oh, perfect time to time. I can go any. What do I? Oh, perfect. I'm gonna show you what this is lovely.
Wow. What a different fight from the first pass through. It's almost like we're incredibly over leveled and she just can't hurt us.
Let's go back.
I didn't talk to the hunter again. I do that every time. Literally required to progress the story. For some reason.
Now let's go.
She just become Dreamcast? Yes, that is Segami's main ability. She can become any of the Sega Heart Girls. And whenever she does transform, she gets all of their stats and abilities. And they stack on top of her own. Which is why Segami is our go-to answer for every tough thing in this game. She is, not well balanced, but like in a good way for us.
We got the target. Now let's go.
You know what I forgot to do? It doesn't really change anything at this point in the game, but... Not poisonous. Combo Witch. You get that, and you get that. Changes virtually nothing, but like... They do a little bit more damage to the few bosses we do have to fight. Probably would have saved like a turn on that last fight. We haven't saved in a few minutes, so we're going to go ahead and save now.
What should I do? Serious. Jump! What should I do?
No, not Game Gear, Dreamcast. Oh, that'd be bad. Good fight.
Guard down.
You're going to Dreamcast 3.
We got the target location down.
And while we're in here, we kick everybody but IF out of the party. And what does it mean when we kick everybody but IF out? It means we're about to lose a fight. Fun stuff. Alright, we have reached observation level 20. And we did it just in time for the board reset. Which means we're doing pretty well for ourselves. Unless something goes wrong, we should be on pace still. This isn't an amazing pace because of all the bad luck we've gotten, but you know what? It's a good enough pace. Uzume, why are you here? Well, bye, Uzume. I should hit the split button. I keep forgetting. For the splits that nobody but me can see. I don't actually have the order that you do things written down, like in my notes. I do things in the order that they are in the splits. It would just be a lot to write down everything you have to do in the order you have to do it. So, you know, just follow the splits and just memorize each split. Easy, right? Haha. Alright, we are going to do Watchmen. Watchmen is next.
Here we go. Here we go.
Things are a bit different from last time we were here. We're not afraid of these guys anymore.
I can go anytime. All into duck. What should I do? You're done. Let Neptune handle this. Yeah! Oh, perfect timing. I did it!
Nope, don't eat my input, please. Not you.
Yeah. Let your guard down can cost your life.
Ooh, bad luck on the planes.
My turn.
Let's get this done. Welcome to the end. What should I do?
We gotta
What do we do?
try to run. There we go.
The battle's starting. Stay alert. What should I do? Let's get that done.
Then we can just leave. We're good.
Let's go back to the original.
Nope.
Now let's go.
This should be the last
Now let's go.
Mega Drive quest we have to do. So we are done with Mega Drive. As far as story stuff goes, we still have dungeons in here that we have to clear. But we still have to finish unlocking everything.
Jump! Ugh.
You know what? I just realized we didn't death spiral a single time on the first playthrough. We didn't even really have to use the revive items. We revived one person. That's pretty good. That's way above average.
Start the battle. I can go anytime. What should I do? Final block. You're done.
I've earned.
Oops, wrong button. So luckily, we don't have to push any further into the Mega Drive flatline for the second playthrough, which means we don't have to work our way back up to the bosses that were scary and would still be scary. Because some of the bosses at the end of Mega Drive's storyline, we are still under leveled 4. We are going to Game Gear.
Now let's go.
We are going over here. The fake Nep Gear is on the event. I always forget.
Let's go back to the original.
We're going to the next Game Gear.
We got this.
How much more we got? We're about on pace. We're looking at 3 hours still.
Let's go back to the original. We got the target. Now let's go. Now let's go.
Don't worry, guys. I don't want to keep Z-Fresh waiting. I know how excited he is for his run. Oh, whoops. This is not where I am supposed to be at the moment. I need to go... here. It's fine, I gotta watch that cutscene that I just watched at some point anyway, so... no big deal. Thought I was on Dreamcast 4, but I was in fact on Dreamcast 3.
Let's go back to the original.
This is the last Game Gear thing we have to clear. Now we just have a couple of Dreamcast things we have to clear, and then we're going to start running through all the extra post-game stuff. Woohoo! I get to explain how this stuff works. We also get to listen to the most annoying song in the entire franchise. Even worse than wacky whistle music or $100. Believe it or not.
Let's decide on this. Now let's go.
You might wonder, wait a minute, if we're running through a lot of these story dungeons a second time, why did we bother collecting all that extra stuff, like on our first, or even like coming back to them for a second visit earlier, if we have to come here like a third time? That's because when you enter New Game Plus, some of those things actually relock.
Now let's go.
And if we didn't visit them when we did, we'd have to progress even further in the plot line than we already are.
Yeah. I'm attacking first. I can go anytime.
Oh, we already have Fever. I don't even have to build it. Alright, well this is just an extra fight then.
Let's go back to the original. We got the target location.
Yeah.
We got the
Makarasco.
target location down. Let's go back to the original.
Alright, this is the last Dreamcast story mission we have to do, which means this is the last story mission we have to do, period.
We got the target location down. It's my time to shine. What should I do?
Yeah. Yeah, collect it.
Let's
Do
get
the
this
thing.
done. You can get what's coming to you.
She lived!
Damn it!
She died!
I first.
Alright guys, hope you're excited for post-game content.
Let's go back.
Oh god, she's dead. We will be back to this quest board here in a few minutes, but for now, we have a little bit of chit-chatting we gotta do so that we can unlock some dungeons. So we're gonna start off with Sega Saturn.
You got the target location down.
Alright, here's the first post-game dungeon we've unlocked. Welcome to Toyopolis. With a totally catchy and not at all annoying song. No, no, no. And I hope you guys like this song, because we're going to be listening to it a lot. So we have two unique dungeon gimmicks that we have to deal with now. We have the Toyopolis dungeon, and we have the Makarasco Troll Ruins. They work in opposite ways. As in, as we go forward through the timelines, Toyopolis will be expanded, and it will become bigger. So there's going to be multiple versions of this dungeon. And with the Makarasco Troll Ruins, as we go backwards, the dungeon will become bigger as it becomes less and less dilapidated and ruined. Yep, I talked to everyone here. We go to Mega Drive now. Runner, am I going underestimate? So far I am. There is always room for something to go wrong. I can recast my vote, but there are no cutscenes for me to cast my vote during. Alright, we talked to everyone in Mega Drive, now we're going to talk to everyone in Dreamcast. Talk first, and then we'll enter Dreamcast version of Toyopolis. We have to reacquire a couple of items that we lost in the New Game Plus transition. Like I said, a couple of things are lost when you enter a new game cycle. Pretty much only key items that open up specific areas do. Other than that, you keep pretty much everything.
You got the target location down.
While we are in the Dreamcast version of Toyopolis, we have to collect another item. We need to fight the Pixel Invaders in order to get some nice antennas. And just like every other item we collect in this run, we need 3 of them.
Yeah. I'm attacking first. It's my turn.
Target the middle one. What are you doing?
What should I do? If you get in my way,
Give me your antennas.
get go anytime.
There's only one. And drop nothing. Great luck. No, it's not luck. It's all skill. This is a skill issue.
Let's begin. What should I
If I were a better player, I would just get the drops, you know? Like that.
Welcome to the end. Here, handle this. This is pretty good. Here we go. Phew. Yeah. The enemy is surprised.
We're gonna get rid of that fever star because it's annoying.
Let's get this done. I'm the pro tag. Finally. My turn. Let's get this done. Let Neptune handle this. Finally. What should I do?
Just burning the fever meter.
Let Neptune handle this.
That's good.
Please be careful. What should I do?
All right, there's a second one.
Welcome to... what should I do? Finally. Let Neptune handle this. Yeah! Level up!
We just need one more.
Now let's go. Another one?
I see a lot of votes for blonde, and I gotta say, guys, I'm disappointed. Gotta vote for the purple one. Come on, guys.
Final blow! What should I... With it! Oh, perfect time. Mine! What should I do? Let's go back to the original.
Talk to IF in the library. Going to accept explore troll ruins. And we're gonna talk to everybody in Game Gear. This is the last time we should have to do this. Other than a couple of stray chirpers that are gonna pop up as we complete some optional stuff. We're gonna run through Toyopolis for the Game Gear version, and then we're gonna start working our way through the ruins. But don't worry, it's not gonna be the last time we see Toyopolis. We'll be back. I said that the dungeon has an expansion mechanic, and we haven't even started yet. We're gonna focus on the ruins first, because those are easier. We're also gonna save, because we haven't saved in a little while.
Decide on this place.
I love this song. Best song in the game. Oh my god, it's so good. Just listen, listen. It's like 5 seconds long. Not at all, like, grating. You don't listen to it for 2 straight hours when you're doing plat runs or anything like that. You know, it doesn't haunt your nightmares.
Here we go. Whew. Let's decide on this.
Alright, on to the ruins.
Here
Okay.
we go.
Thought he was blocking the entrance, but
Phew.
Mr. Plant Monster was pretty nice. Alright, we have a quest we have to complete to progress this storyline, and it's to kill 5 of these dragons.
Take a break and get some nachos or... Let's get this done. Let Neptune handle this. Ah, you're here. I can go anytime. What should I do? Welcome to the pro tag. I'm copying myself. Here I come. What should I do?
Alright, there's all 5. We're out of here.
Here we go.
We're just gonna collect what's lying around the ruins.
Here we go.
The monster's in the way. We're gonna get into a fight.
Battle start.
Good
My
game
turn.
design. Let's see, is this the version of the ruins that doesn't have the medals? I mix them up constantly.
Phew.
Yep. There are no medals up there. It's bait. It's always bait. Oh, no, 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 no. You move.
Let's go back to the original.
Alright, the ruins have expanded, and we can also, at the same time, expand Toyopolis. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. We need to accept the next ruin quest, and then we're going to go to...
We got the target location.
Game Gear. We're going to explore the expanded Toyopolis segments of Game Gear and Dreamcast. Fun mechanic.
Let's decide on this place.
Every time you expand these dungeons, the previous floors reset. Which means we have to clear the first floor 6 times. We have to clear the second floor 3 times. If you do not clear the floors before you expand the dungeons, you just missed medals and baseballs from the previous versions of the dungeons. And in order to reset it, you have to go into New Game Plus again.
Here we go. Phew. Yeah.
We're gonna use this save point because there's a very easy to do soft lock on this floor, and we don't want a soft lock.
Here we go. Phew. Yeah. Phew. Here we go. Phew. Yeah. Here we go. Phew.
Want to see it? I don't know how to do it on purpose. It's a bug with like the jumping and climbing mechanics. I can point where it is. At the top of either this tower or the one on the other side, you can get stuck jumping down and trying to grab onto the wall. Like here, doing that. You can get stuck doing that.
Phew.
And since you're in the air, you can't pause. And you're just soft locked. Did you move, dude? Thank you. I don't know if there is a way to do it consistently. But it's scary. It just kind of happens. Move. Move.
Let's go back to the original. We got the target location down. Phew.
All right, everybody, it's time for me to come clean. I wanted to do this run because this is a plat run for this game, but without all the extra, like, BS and nonsense. You get to see a lot of the game without having to do any of the stupid stuff. And you know what? More people should play this game.
Here we go. Phew. Yeah.
The normal end and true end speedruns are really cool, but you don't really get to see, like, even half the game when you do those. Which is a real shame. But also, nobody wants to do plat runs for this game, because plat runs for this game are obnoxious.
Phew. Yeah. Phew. Here we go. Phew. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go.
No!
Stop me. It's my turn.
Leave me alone. I don't want to play Koopo Kitty. Yeah, the plat run for this game is not good. It's not fun. It's very long, and it's pretty boring.
Let's decide on this place.
When we open the dungeon, we're gonna save again because this dungeon is scary.
Let's decide on this place.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna go to the left side first in this version.
Here we go. Phew.
There's nothing up here. There's nothing in the doorway for this version. Now we get to do the ropes.
Here we go. Phew. Jump. Here we go.
Scary jump. We're gonna hope we make the jump. Otherwise, we have to walk all the way back around. We didn't make the jump. Hardest jump in the game. Failed it.
Here we go.
I'm washed. Don't worry, guys. My run's almost over. If you want to see a runner who isn't washed, stick around for Z-Fresh's run. The ninja game's going to be super cool and super exciting, and nothing bad's going to happen.
Here we go. Phew. Here we go. Phew. Here we go.
Here we go. Alright, we made the jump on the second try. Not too bad. Would you mind, dude? There's nothing in there in this version.
Here we go.
Martin's alive! He lives!
Phew. Here we go. Phew. Here we go.
Alright, we cannot get all the medals or baseballs in this dungeon yet. We are still working on unlocking parts of it. Which is why we're here to fight this carrot.
Let your guard down can cost your life. What should I do? Come on, leave it to me. You're done. What should I do?
There's like pretty much every hunting-based quest in this game. You have to kill 5 of the enemy.
Disappear to me. Final blow. What should I do? Battle start. I can go anytime. Come on, what should I do?
Where am I? There I am.
Here we go.
Alright, and we are done here for now.
Let's go back to the original. Now let's go.
And this is the third and... well, I guess technically the fourth and final version of this dungeon. The third optional one.
Here we go. Phew.
No touchy. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Here we go. Phew. Here we go. Phew. Here we go. Phew.
Used to be Nep, but voting for Blonde? Oh, how some people fall from grace.
Phew. Here we go. 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 Phew.
Swap to voting for Nep. Aw, you can't do that. Everyone's gonna say I rigged it.
Here we go. Phew. Here we go. Phew.
Oops.
You get in my way, you're dead.
I said it like 2.5 hours ago, but enemy hitboxes go up infinitely. So, oops. Accidentally jumped into that guy.
Here we go. Phew.
Alright, this is the last hunting quest we have to do for now. We gotta kill 5 of these dudes. Wait, 3 can spawn in once? I didn't know that. I've never seen 3 at once. I've only ever seen 2.
Leave it to me.
Huh.
You're done. Let Neptune handle this. What do we do? I'm the pro tag.
Aw, she can't hit both of them without moving.
With it! Finally! My turn! Let Neptune handle this. Now, let's begin. It's my turn.
Wow, 2 in a row. I've never seen the fight spawn 3.
Leave it to me.
And then it just happens twice. You only have to kill
Neptune
4?
handle this.
Oh, never mind. Alright.
Here we go.
We're gonna grab these, and then we're done here. Oops.
Now let's go. Let's go back to the original.
Oh, whoops, I forgot.
Let's decide on this.
You.
Let's go back to the original.
Alright, we get to go back through the ruins really quick and collect the things, because now everything in them is open. So the one and only reason we have to grind for the observation level to go all the way up is to open these doors in the ruins.
Here we go. Phew. Phew. Here we go. Phew. Here we go. Phew.
The baseball is back there in this version. Yeah, because the other version's the other version. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about.
Let's go back to the original. Now let's go. Now let's go. Here. Phew. Jump. Here we go. Phew. Here we go. Phew. Here. Phew. Here. Phew.
Alright, this is the room that the super boss is normally spawned in. We progressed the plot line far enough up through the ruins to unlock the door, but not enough to actually spawn the boss. We would not be able to win, so we don't want to even think about touching the boss. Alright. So, I believe I need to reset the board, because I think I did things out of order, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Takes like an extra minute to do that.
Time to go all out. I can go anytime. Is this my fate?
Yep, I did things in the wrong order, so I had to reset the board to make that guy spawn. Alright, so there is the final Toyopolis expansion. Which means we get to clear this area one last time.
Got the target location down. Let's decide on this place. Here we go.
After we're done with this, we're going to open up the last two dungeons, which means we're getting very close to being done. And then you all can stop making fun of Velo and start making fun of Z-Fresh for his ninja run.
Here we go. Phew.
Please be excited. Make fun of everybody. I like the way you think.
Here we go.
Camera isn't cooperating. There's a guy below us.
Here we go. Phew.
When they started making fun of him. Not this time. I didn't say anything to Velo this time. I was actually focused, making sure I didn't do things in the wrong order, and I still did things in the wrong order. Alright. That's everything on this floor. Now we get to go to the top floor for the first time. Which, if you've never done the top floor of this this dungeon in this game, know that it is easier to do it backwards than forwards for some reason. Because this area is well designed. That's a lie. This area is not well designed. This area sucks.
Here we go.
Time for the stupidest jump in the game. Never mind, we got a first try. I'm a gamer.
Here we go. Here we go.
That jump is really stupid. It's a very tight jump that you have to make. The edge of the platform is a grabbable wall, so if you try to go too far, you'll automatically grab the wall, and if you don't go far enough, you won't make the jump. It's really stupid, and nobody likes it.
Here we go. Here we go.
But, like, this entire floor is designed like that. Really stupid, and nobody likes it. Oh yeah. Oops. Alright, I missed a medal somewhere. This happens every time. There are individual medals. Oh no, wait. The one on top of the concession. Yeah. The only dungeon in the game that just has individual lone medals lying around. Alright, if it takes more than 10 eject buttons, we're, like, absolutely dog water luck. We're getting completely screwed. We need to accept and turn in It's Getting Hot in here. Then we need to accept... I need to leave the menu first. Where is it? May not be here yet since I haven't entered the dungeon yet. I normally enter it at least once by now. Probably it.
Now let's go.
Alright, we need 3 plummet pieces and 3 tokamekis. I also need to add the other party members. Yeah, they don't do that much damage. And I don't believe any of these guys can paralyze, so that's not really a big deal. But IF is not fast, ironically. It's like her main use in every other game. Party members might help, yeah. It's fine. I have, like, infinite resources to not die. Not you. Let's try that again.
I can do this. What should I do? Disappear to me. What should I? Oh, perfect timing. Mine.
Oh, she could reach the Tokameki from there?
Finally.
Okay.
Mine.
And the Tokameki dropped something. Let's go.
The final blow is.
It's my turn.
The plummet drops are not super rare. They're pretty common. The Tokameki drops are... They feel rare. I don't know if they actually are. I don't actually know what the numbers are, but they feel like they're just, like, so hard to get. And crawl under the door. After we're done grinding for these items, we only have, like, 2 dungeons left.
Jump. What should I do? I'm the pro tag. Finally, my turn. I can go any. Disappear. What should I do?
There's another Tokameki.
Welcome to the end.
Level up.
Start the battle.
It's my turn.
What should I do? Final blow. What should I do?
There's a plummet piece. Thank you. Yeah, so unless the monster drop luck is really bad, which it has been the entire game, and it still is, we'll be underestimate.
Disappear. What should I do? Let Neptune handle this.
Alright, that's all 3 Tokamekis, and I got 1 plummet. Please be nice.
Welcome to the end.
That's pretty nice.
Oh, perfect timing.
Hey, could you just drop the last one, please? No. Okay.
Let's decide on this place.
One last drop, please.
Start.
Let me
What
leave.
should I do? Leave it to me. I'm the pro
Thank
guy.
you.
Oh, perfect timing. Oh, perfect timing. Mine. I can go any.
Wow, an extra one. Thanks, game. Really cool. I'm in Dreamcast. So I need... I don't need to reset the board again, do I? I think I do. Because I did things in the wrong order, so things aren't spawning when they're supposed to. Which is stupid, but like that's how this game works. If you mess up one thing, do one thing in the wrong order, like everything's thrown off.
I won't go easy on ya. Prepare yourself. Strength is one.
Nom nom. It's exactly why we do things in like a very particular order
Now let's go.
in
Now let's go.
like actual runs. Nope, no touchy. You know what, just to be safe. I don't think anything in here can kill me, but like, it would be annoying to run because IF does not have good stats. For her being one of the 2 required party members, she doesn't do too well. Which, you know, that hasn't really been a thing I brought up, because it's not really relevant in most runs for this game. It really only comes into play for plat runs. IF or Segami 1 always have to be in the party. They are the only 2 who are allowed to be party leaders. Which isn't really an issue most of the time, because you usually are using one of them for either Fever or for one-shotting bosses. But when you're lily grinding, it's not fun. I didn't talk to the dudes. I keep getting distracted. I don't think I need to talk to you, right? No, you give me the lava jelly. Memories of hide and seek. And then lastly is give me something good. Which I need to talk to you, and I need to talk to you. Oh no, I already talked to him. Yeah, I was already over here. It's a pretty, my dude. My dude.
Let's decide on this place.
Alright. I have completed all the quests.
Let's go back to the original.
I did complete all the quests, right? Oh, I didn't report give me something good. Like, very confused. Duh. Like, he's supposed to be there.
We got the target location down.
So unless I am a big dummy, this should be it. These are the last collectibles in the game.
Go! Phew!
That's the last baseball. Thank God, because the game does not keep track of baseballs. If you miss one, you gotta figure it out yourself. And that's the last set of medals. And that's it. We're all done. Pretty anticlimactic, right? This is why I played the credits on the first pass through. Because it just kind of ends. It just kind of stops. But thank you guys for hanging out with me while I play this meme of a meme. Thanks for chilling while I just talk about this game for 3 hours. I really like talking about this game. I think more people should run it. If not run it, at least just like play it and talk about it, guys. Please, I'm begging you. And please look forward to ZFresh's run of Ninja coming up next. And look forward to seeing me tomorrow play a much better game, Reverse.